Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Islanders. Welcome back. This is the second island that we're on right about now. We didn't choose lumber or farming. I'm really keen on picking lumber again because, as you can see, there is a heck of a lot of lumber around. There's a lot more different surfaces. Farming, I think, would actually be of quite a lot of value on top of the rocks, but we're gonna pick lumber for now, and we're gonna take it as it comes. We're gonna see what we got. I'm thinking that initially we try and get ourselves a nice little lumber hut over about there. Maybe we see if we can get a nice other little lumber hut over about here. About 17, 16. 17 is probably as good as it's going to get for us. And then we should be able to, right in the middle, place down the sawmill. Alright, nice. That's some pretty good score. I like that. A mason. Ooh, presumably that's stones. Yeah, stone statue, or sorry, brickyard, statue, warehouse, tower, city center, temple, mason, and shamans. Okay, fine, whatever. What have we got? That is a lumber mill. That's a sawmill. All right, we got more lumber mills that we can get. Yeah, maybe we want to put like a lumber mill at the other side of the island. It's not actually the worst idea in the world, because we've already got one over here. Sure, you know what? Let's do that. Place one there, and we'll get another one placed right about there. Sawmill, to be honest, even though it's a minus 12 points, I still think we're probably better getting it right next to here. Yeah, that's 20 points is not an unsubstantial amount. I should probably have placed that other lumberjack, but I'm pretty sure that I want the other lumberjack to go right about here. Yeah, it's just sort of setting up for later. So what is this? Brickyard statue. Brickyard statue. Not much, to be honest. And it needs to go. It needs to be placed on. It needs to be placed on stone, does it? I think it might. To be honest, that's a pretty darn good place to place it if we can actually get away with placing it right there, in the side of the mountain. Yeah, I'll take that. Same with that there. We can build it off the edge of the mountain. That'll be quite nice. A city pack or a brewing pack. Honestly, I'll take a city pack. I'd love to start building up a city on top of this flat plain over here. Plonk that down right about there. We'll get a couple of houses. Let's start off with mansions, to be honest. I know that they're a real pain to deal with, and therefore I don't want to... I want to deal with them as little as possible. But I'm going to try my very best to make sure that we get a really tight fit on all of these buildings that we're going to be building. So let's try and get something like that. I want to try and get it right in there, nestled right next to that house. Perfect. That's looking pretty darn good. Now we can start getting some houses. They can go a little bit further out. Ideally, we'll keep the other side of the shrine, temple, city center, whatever you call it. We'll keep that good for later. Farming, I don't think will allow me to place up here. That's a real shame, but that's okay. Now, does a farm get a bonus for nearby fields? Yes. We should place the mill and then place the fields, I think. Right. I say the fields, the one field. Okay. Nice and tight. Ooh, can we get that just to sit on the edge there? To be honest, that's not the worst. Not the worst in the world. Can deal with that. And then we'll come around here. It's a nice little corner house that we've got here. Can we take advantage of that? That's actually not super bad and will allow us to expand a little bit further in the future, which is quite nice. Let's get you connected right up there. Beautiful. All right. That's pretty nice. A shaman. All right. All right. I'll take a shaman. Lots more fields, which is wonderful, as it will allow us to expand our farming area. There we go. Looking very, very nice indeed. Houses. Yep. Keep it coming. Keep on building houses. What are these little mossy piles? Flowers? Alright. Well, that's a little bit lame. Plus 15. To be honest, the shaman is not super good for us right now. Do I want to hold on to the shaman perhaps? Not really. We'll get plus 18 from the shaman. I'll take that. It's good enough. And yet another mansion. I mean, not loving the shape of this house, but it's fine. We'll try and get it just in there. All right, perfect. Perfect. So we're collecting a bunch of points now. We're really fairly getting through it. Right, that can go there. Beautiful. And now let's return to houses. Now we're going to need to start expanding our houses over this way. Again, not super happy with the house shapes that I'm being given here. But we got to make do. We got to make do with what we've got. I'd love to start getting some little huts. Huts are far and away my favorite. They're really very, very good. Okay, lots of fields. That's grand. A fountain. I'm pretty certain that a fountain should be as close to the center of the city as we can get it. 29. I mean, 43. I can't say no to 43, to be honest. That's a point bonanza right there, to be honest. That straight up just gets us access to the next island, which is wonderful. The next fishing thing can go over here. That's great. The next mining thing, as long as it's not in range of another mining thing, I think it'll be fine. Get you on the side of a hill there. Ideally, we could get another city center located up here. Looking good. And we can start building mansions around this city center over here. Sort of just future-proofing this more than anything else. Yeah, 14 extra points, 16 extra points. Don't mind if I do. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. A hut. Yes, please. Now, a hut in the center of the city. In fact, there's a really nice place that I want to see if I can put that hut. 18 points. You know what? It's not actually as big as I was hoping that it would be. It will work, but not for a little bit. I'm gonna try and play the long game a little bit here. See if we can perhaps eke out a few more points for that hut a little bit down the road. Right, 15 points there, perfect. 14 points. Yeah, sure, whatever. 16 points. Yeah. I don't like the location of these houses. They're really getting a little bit too close to the mansions for my liking. That doesn't even fit in there. Oh, that does fit in there. Right, well, we got to take that opportunity. So, houses on one side, mansions on the other side. I'm going to keep the hut for a little bit, so that's fine. Does the park get a bonus from the hut? Or do the huts get a bonus from the park? They don't. They don't. But the park will get a lot of bonuses from the houses and even more of a bonus from the mansions. How is that not being placed down? Oh, it can only be placed on grass? Okay, I mean, that's pretty much just straight up useless for us, to be honest. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. I did not realize that that was the case, but c'est la vie, what can you do? Life goes on. Right, let's get houses built out this way. Great. And more mansions. Cool. I'm gonna pick a new pack right now. Plateau. Now, am I allowed to place a plateau, or two plateaus in fact? I'm allowed to place them in the water. That is really, really powerful. It's also powerful if I could get it set up over here, because that would allow me to place down a park. It wants to work, you know? I'm going to place that, actually. I'm going to take that opportunity, because that will allow me to get some parks down over here. Not a huge amount of points, but not bad either. There we go. Yet another park. Literally just the plateau of parks up here. There we go. Alright, this is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy enough with it. Fishing stuff, I think we probably want to try and get... Maybe we can try and get a fishing thing over here, since that's in range of the city center, because I know the fishing areas do like a good city center. Great. That'll get us the next level as well, which is just perfect. Great. Now, the hut. If we were to place the hut now, what would that get us? Still get us 18 points. We're still hunting for a little bit more. A little bit more. Nothing really, no real value in getting the plateau. So we'll pick up the tower. Now, the tower is going to get us 25 points. 33 if we plonk it in the middle there. To be honest, I'd rather take the 33 points. That is pretty darn good. Maybe I should have placed down the houses before I did place that tower, but the next tower that we're going to get will definitely go up near this city center up here. There we go. There we go. Mansions as well. Mansions we can place... Ooh, that's quite a snug little fit there. Let's get that. Perfect. 19 points, 19 points. Not super loving that. Not super loving that at all, but whatever. Let's get a warehouse. See what we can get. That's another plateau. That's pretty darn good. That's a fountain. That is very, very darn good if you ask me. Pretty certain that this is the best location for it. Could be mistaken though. 29, 31. I mean, I like the bonuses from the parks, since we did build Plateau Park. That's a 35. That's a 35 with... That's a 46. I don't think that we can turn down a 46 pointer right there. That's a heck of a figure. Right, warehouse. What do warehouses get the bonuses from? I've not placed down a huge amount of warehouses in my time, I gotta be honest with you, but... Yeah, you know what? I don't hate that. That's a pretty good placement. Try not to get rid of the trees if I can, just in case they do come in handy. Just an, you know, an odd point here or there. Wouldn't say no. I wish parks got points from other parks, because they're all being placed down over here on this stinking plateau. Not quite sure why that's the case, but hey ho. 20 points. 20 points. A hut would only get 19. I'll take a house right here then. Sure. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, that gets us another pack. A circus. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So that gets bonuses from houses and mansions. Right. Now, this is an opportunity for us right here. So if we were to get a circus right about here. In fact, if we could even get a plateau, is there any chance that we can get a plateau? Like, in the middle here? Oh man, that would be so good. No, unfortunately not. I think that we're going to have to settle for 24 points. Which is still pretty good. Still pretty darn good, don't get me wrong. It's pretty darn good for a circus. I say that. I've not placed many circuses in my time. Yeah, we'll place a circus. We'll place a circus there. A park. I mean, Problem with parks, right, is they're so darned awkward to place, especially given the fact that we're building our city on a mountain. It just makes it even worse. I kind of feel like just sticking this park somewhere random, like over here. Sure, just go away. You're not being much use. Right, let's see. I think that we probably want to start building some more houses out the way of the circus here. I think we could get maybe a wee bit more if we... yeah, play around with it a little bit. 14 points, 16 points. Well, that's pretty darn good. Any chance that we can fit the door of the house in there? No, I think we're going to have to just settle for that. 16 points. 16 points from a house is nothing to sniff at, honestly. That's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. No chance we'll fit a hut in there. Even if we could, honestly, the huts are not getting us the mega points that we really need. I say that we really need. We don't really need them. But it would be nice. Mansion. Any chance of a mansion fitting in there? Don't look like it to me. In fact, that's looking suspiciously like a mansion will not fit in there. Might be able to get a mansion down the side here. No. That's looking not very hopeful. That's not too bad, though. It's not too bad. No. Problem is that we don't have the space. I suppose that is literally the core concept of this game, is that you have an irregularly shaped island and you try to put, you know, relatively normal shapes in combination onto the top of the island, and you try and make it all fit. It's a challenge. Sure, you know what? I really don't love placing mansions down the side over there, but that's okay. We'll do it. 19 points. Yeah, that's pretty darn good going, to be honest. I was hoping, as I say, I was hoping for a little bit more from the huts, but it is what it is. Nothing else that we can really get in. No, we've not got many modifiers that really stack with huts in this playthrough as of yet. Whereas last time the huts were, you know, far and away the most useful of all of the resources really that we had. A gold mine contains gold and jewelry. All right. You know what? That is great. Presumably this is going to stack well with mansions, right? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's minus 35? How? How is that minus 35? Is it minus 35 naturally? Right, well, whatever the case, we need to get a gold mine, which we can only place if it's in range of gold. We got a gold mine right here. Let's place the gold mine right about there. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Sawmill? I mean, is there any points left to eke out from a sawmill? Surprisingly, there is. There's still 12. We'll get 12 points. Not loving it, but it is what it is. A jewelry stand, a jewelry store. Oh boy, if I just had that space on the plateau, that would be so nice. 9 points from jewelry? I mean, I feel like that's not super ideal. I feel like I should be asking for a little bit better. So any chance that we can put down a plateau over here? Man, that would have been fantastic. I still feel like there is a chance. There is a chance that it'll just go down. It kind of goes into the wall over here a little bit. It'll sort of rotate into the rock face a little bit. I don't really want to waste a plateau, as I know that now it can be deployed in the water. And if we can deploy it in the water, then that'll be really darn powerful. It's a good use of a resource, right? However, not sure that we're going to be able to use it for much now. Sure, you know what? Place that in there. I feel like it's kind of exploiting the game mechanics a little bit. It's minus 35 points. Holy cow. Right, well, you know what? Can't do much about that. We're going to get plus 9. Plus 9 points, which I don't love. Don't love it, but it's fine. 3 huts to place. 3 huts. I don't want to say they're guaranteed to be big pointers, because they're not. We've learned that. We relied on them pretty darn heavily on the last map, and we've certainly been disappointed by them. They've not done as much as we anticipated, but they're going to do enough to get us to the next level, right? That's kind of what's important. We want to get to the next level, or want to get to the next upgrade. Let's see what we got for the next upgrade. I'm conscious of keeping a plateau, just in case we get a great opportunity. Now, do houses, so city center, statue, houses, mansions, everything gets a bonus. Everything gets a bonus from a market. A market's got quite a large area of effect. It's pretty similar to a circus, except it affects everyone. Now, I would dearly love to get something like a market placed over here. You know what? A plateau? A plateau placed just right would really hit the nail on the head. Okay, so we can bring it across as far as about that. Any chance that we can just weasel it in just a little bit more? Hey, that's looking pretty darn good. That's looking pretty darn good. 18 points just for that. And then we can see about getting the market. Oh, look at that. 79 points. I think that's honestly going to be the biggest pointer that we're ever going to get. That way, I just got 2 achievements for that. You can't see them, but brilliant position and then perfectly placed. So I presume that both of those achievements are entirely due to the fact that I got so many points for one building. I'm just quickly going to check the Steam achieves right now. Brilliant position. Nice spot was 25 points from one building. Brilliant position was 50 points from a building. Now, I don't think that... I presume that there's probably a score for even more, but man, oh man, I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty darn good. We did say that we wanted to get a telegraph pole tower thing right about over here. It's minus 20 points. 29 points. 29 points is probably about the most that we're going to get. Great. Pretty happy with that. That's pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good. Can we get a park over here? No, we can't, because of course the parks don't, they don't grow. They don't grow on stone. Annoyingly. Right, can we do that there maybe? Yeah, just in case we get another irregularly shaped one that maybe we can slot it in. Perfect. 3 points. It's not much to write home about, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we got. A resort oasis. Now, a resort oasis, was this the thing that we planted in the water? No, it wasn't. A resort oasis is... Wow, it can actually be planted on stone. Alright, that changes things. That changes things a lot. The resort oasis is hop field, plateau, regular fields presumably as well. Right, that's not ideal. However, the fact that we've got an area of parks is pretty close to being ideal. Yeah, you know what? We'll take a 29. We'll take a 30. Yep, I'll take a 30. Thank you very much. That's great. Now, another warehouse. Can we get another warehouse over here? 19, 23. Yeah, you know what? I'll take another warehouse right over here. 23. That's pretty good going. Enough to get us the next upgrade, I think, as well, which is what we want. I think I just need to start taking upgrades as soon as possible. Just, like, absolutely at any opportunity. Temple is... Ooh, that's going to be a tough gig. That's going to be a really tough gig. Ideally, I need another plateau before I can get a temple. If I could get a plateau out the other side, just out here, that would be real good. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that. We're going to find the space for another circus. Maybe a circus down here? 4 points for a circus, just on a cliff. What I can do is I can actually place another house there. Do circuses get a bonus from a city center? No, just statues. Minus 58 points if we place it there. However, if we were to place a city center down right here, we end up with 22 points. Pretty sure that's the best that we're going to get at this rate, to be honest. Let's do it. 22 points. Sure. Sign me up. Let's get a single fisher. 21. Oh, we can actually get better than that. Alright. I didn't think that we were going to get more points by coming closer in, but apparently we are. I'll take it. It's good. It's looking good. Looking good to me. Lumberjack. I mean, there's not many more points to get from Lumberjacks, are there? 10? 10 points. I'll take it. It's good enough for me. Yet more parks. Why are parks the bane of my life? I don't know. I seem to have an absolute abundance of them. And they don't stack with other parks. They stack with mansions. And that's nice, but it's not super helpful. Right, come on. We gotta be able to fit this in somewhere. 3 points? 3 points for a mansion? Take 5 points for a mansion, I guess. Sure. Circuses are still the upper classes' pure hatred. So that's fine. I mean, I guess there is another spot for a circus out here, but not much of one. Where was the spot that we looked at? I think it was down here. Yeah, 4 points for a circus. 8 points for a circus. I mean, it's enough to get us to the next level, right? We don't have any other vehicle of doing that at the moment. A wall. Nice. Alright, let's get a wall. Never got a wall before. I'm looking for a plateau. One plateau, please. What do we need? Temple, market, jewelry. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be a big, big hitter for us. 17. Ooh. I mean, at the moment, best location is here, I think, isn't it? 22. 28? 28. Yeah, 28. Best location so far. I'm convinced that I can do better. Absolutely convinced that we can do better with this than this. Maybe not, though. The shape is... It's just long enough that we might not be able to squeeze it in anywhere. Problem is that I would be very disappointed with 28. I say I would be very disappointed with 28. I wouldn't be very disappointed with 28. I just feel like I could do better. Right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to faff around too much. Let's lock and load that 28. Let's get it. That's fine. Shamans are actually quite decent, I guess. +3? 5? 3, 5. Shamans are a little bit irregular, but I guess we'll place one down far enough away from everything else. Right, get that mansion in there, and get that mansion in there. A couple more houses to do. These houses are getting increasingly challenging to place, purely because we're running out of space. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So much flow in it. Yeah. This is not ideal. This is not ideal. I think that this is going to be our last placement. 90 points. 90 points. Minus 90 points. You know, we want to probably... You know, in the future, we should try and build with, like, a temple in mind. So we should build a plateau, and then we should keep it empty for when we do eventually get to... When we do eventually get to the next level. Well, I think that we're going to head on over to the new island and call this episode right here. Let's go over to the next island. Let's see what we got before we judge it. All right, it's a little bit snowy. It's a little bit snowy here. I don't love snow, but that's fine because we're going to be dealing with this in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Obra Potato. This has been Islanders. I'll see you next time. Bye.